What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Rosey Wisdom, and I'm back with another one. And today's experience is about how Jesus allowed me to be an intercessor. Yes, he did. He allowed me to be an intercessor. And I was oh so grateful and terrified at the same time. But we're gonna talk about that. To everybody that's new here, hi, hello, welcome. Over here, the spirit and truth always lead the way. So let's get into it. This was a time when I had departed from my kid's father and I was living with my mother in Texas. And we stayed in an apartment with her. And this particular night, Jesus told me, cut your camera on, cut your flash on, and record the room. And I did so. I cut my camera on, I cut my flash on, and I recorded the room. Just like this. Slow motion. When I got done recording, Jesus said, "What do you see?" I looked at the video, and kid you not, at first sight I couldn't see anything. So I told Jesus, I don't see anything except the room. He said, look closely, but look slowly. I did that. And what I did teed me off. It teed me off, and I was very irritated. Let me tell you why. So over in the kitchen area, the space is not that big, but I'm literally like on a couch that's like this direction. And in the kitchen area, there was this black figure. Okay, its arm was up towards the top of the reach, as if it was reaching towards the top of the refrigerator. Nothing was out there but boxes of cereal, by the way. But its head was turned like this, as if it seen the flash, and as if I caught it. That's how I was looking like. You know how somebody get caught doing something, and they look, and they're like. That's how that black figure looked at. Now, the thing about this black figure, it had no mouth. It just had gray circles. No pupils, no human-like features, none of that. It was just a black figure. So, I say, what is it reaching for, and why is it here? And I said, was it trying to eat some cereal or something? Jesus was silent. He didn't say nothing. So, next, Jesus says, is that all you see? And I was like, well, so I looked again. And this is what teed me off. I looked again, and to the right, now mind you, this is the front room. I'm right here on this couch. And my kids is like, we got like a mattress, we got a setup right here. And they right here. Not too far up from them, or should I say this wall over here, is a huge black hooded figure with one hand sticking out like this, holding a knife, sword, whatever you want to call it. Knife or sword. It was big. It's just standing there. I could not even see a face at all. The hood was so huge. That knife was so huge. And the thing was tall as the ceiling. Very big and black. Very big. It honestly looked like a Grim Reaper. It looked like a Grim Reaper. I'm talking about the long black coat like. And I got very irritated. I said, Jesus, why is that thing next to my kids? And why is it so close to us? And what is it doing with that knife like it's finna hurt somebody? Jesus was like, you're safe. It can't come near you. And when you walk, it moves out your way. I said, well, that's a relief. Thank you for that. But why is it here? And you know what Jesus said? Do y'all want to know what Jesus said? He said it's the guardian for somebody in that house. I'm not going to say who. But it's a guardian. He told me the thing name. And he actually gave me permission to share this video with others. And at the time, I was working for a day labor place, but this specific assignment that I was on, it was a contract. So I literally had a stable job temporarily for a while. And we used to work at construction buildings up in Garland. And I showed the crew, whoever was working in that particular building with me, I showed everybody in there. Look at this. I showed them the video and did exactly what Christ did to me to them. What do you see? At first they don't see, you don't catch it. But when you told to look closely, that's when they seen it. And they was frightened too. And that day, I was also grateful that Jesus, because I have been through so much supernatural experiences and just experiences with Christ throughout my 14, 15, 16 years, that I was grateful that he allowed me to show someone else. Because at some point with Christ and going through these things, you would think, are you crazy? Like, it's what you're seeing, you know, and you know it's real, but you have no witnesses besides you and Christ. He allowed me to show people this video. And when I showed them, there was a couple of males. When I showed them, the rest of that evening turned into basically God. It turned into people sharing, either acknowledging that they need to do better and recognizing that God is real. It turned into a whole big thing. Like, I want to say church. It turned into a church that evening. And one thing anybody couldn't deny is that it was fake. This AI wasn't even out. This AI fake stuff wasn't even out. So, but this is the day Jesus allowed me to be an intercessor. And I'm not looking forward to any more demons to look at. But that's what they were. They was demons. The head honcho one. Now, he pissed me off with that knife. But Jesus did say, when you walk near them, without even knowing, they gotta give clearance. The light is here. And that is it. I don't know if anybody else have experience being an intercessor or seeing demons and things of that nature, but I just want to let you know that God is real. I always have been and still lives today. Yes, Jesus Christ lives in me, and he still lives. And I hope those who don't know him get to know him before it's too late. And y'all have a good day. Peace out.